If I go to a restaurant that has low quality food or average food, it doesn't necessarily ruin my night. It could, but if I go to a restaurant with all my friends and the food kind of sucks, it's not the worst thing ever. My friends and I can overcome it because I have good company around me. I have good people to hang out with. My experience wouldn't be totally ruined by average food at a restaurant. Now, in comparison, at a movie theater, if I go to a bad movie, that's it. The experience is ruined because you can't talk in a movie. It's in a dark room. If the movie sucks, the experience is bad for me. I don't like that. Blake Bortles is kind of like a bad movie. At least he was on Sunday. You got to understand what Blake Bortles is the lifeblood of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Yeah, their defense is incredibly important. They need their defense to play well. But yesterday, guess what? The Jaguars defense played really well, and it was not enough. It wasn't enough. The Jaguars lost to the Titans yesterday, 9-6. Yeah, the Jaguars defense held the Titans to 9 points, 3 field goals, and they were unable to win the game. The reason is because of Blake Bortles. Blake Bortles was not enough. And Blake Bortles, if it's a great movie, the experience is good. If it's a bad movie, the experience is bad. If Blake Bortles plays well, they win. If he plays bad, they lose. I've said all year, Blake Bortles is the key to the Jaguars' success. They could win a Super Bowl if he plays really well. And they could flounder and not even make the playoffs if he plays bad. Yesterday, he played bad. I don't want to hate on him too much. It wasn't the worst performance he's ever had. But it was weird. It was like, where did this come from? Blake Bortles was, let's read his stats, he was 21 for 34, which isn't terrible. He had a 61% completion percentage, but he only had 155 yards passing, and no interceptions, that's awesome, but also no touchdowns. And that's unacceptable. Your defense needs support. You can't hold a team to 9 points and lose a game, especially not with the Jaguars roster. And I know there was a lot of pressure on Blake Bortles yesterday. He had guys in his face constantly. He was only sacked 3 times. But still, Blake Bortles did have pressure all the day. It was not good for the Jaguars' offensive line. But all that being said, Blake Bortles was not accurate enough yesterday. He missed too often on third down. It was weird downfield. And what's even more interesting is it appeared like the Jaguars, out of nowhere, suddenly didn't trust Blake Bortles. They trusted Blake Bortles with their play calling a bunch against the Patriots last week. This week against the Titans, something changed. I don't know what it was. But they were not taking chances down the field. I don't know what happened. I don't know if they were like, Blake's having a bad day. Let's call conservative play calls. I don't know what was going on. But for whatever reason, it just appeared like the Jaguars didn't trust Blake Bortles against the Titans. I don't know what happened. A week ago, tons of trust, tons of downfield throws, total belief. This week, nada, nothing. I don't know. I don't understand what happened. Yeah, I saw a joke online. This guy said, you can't call Blake Bortles inconsistent because he's so consistently inconsistent. And I don't know. I really hope the Titans game is a fluke for Blake Bortles. And again, his stat line wasn't the worst ever. He didn't have 5 interceptions. He had a pretty good completion percentage. But he didn't make the necessary throws down the stretch and didn't make enough plays for the Jaguars to win. I'm not asking for a lot. I'm not asking for 57 points a game from Blake Bortles, but you got to score more points than 6. You can't have 2 field goals and lose. Blake Bortles needs to be better. And again, I want to repeat, the play calling was weird. The play calling appeared to not trust Blake Bortles. I know the Jaguars struggled running the ball. They weren't great, but I thought Blake Bortles was past this. I thought Blake Bortles had reached a point where he could carry the team with his arm. He did last Sunday against the Patriots, and the fact that he was stopped on Sunday against the Titans was just weird to me. It's weird. It made me ask a lot of questions because I thought we were past this. I finally was starting to believe in Blake Bortles, and nope. He had a weird game. I don't know how to explain it. I hope it's a fluke. I hope Blake Bortles plays great the rest of the year and the Jaguars win the Super Bowl. That'd be cool for Blake. But he can't keep playing the way he did on Sunday. It just wasn't enough. Wasn't awful, but he can't be, Blake Bortles, if he's not awful every week, that's not enough. He needs to play great. If Blake Bortles plays great, the Jaguars could win the Super Bowl. If he plays average or below average like he did on Sunday, they're not going to even make the playoffs. Blake Bortles is the key to the Jaguars' success. If he doesn't play well, they're not going to do well. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Zach Schaumler. This is my show, Strong Opinion Sports. It's my pride and joy. I'm very proud of it. If you're new to Strong Opinion Sports, you can subscribe to it on iTunes, SoundCloud, on YouTube. You can find the full entire hour-long podcast on YouTube, or you can find more shorter breakout videos like the one you just watched. And if you like what I had to say, maybe you hate what I had to say, share this with your friends. Share it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is. Help me grow Strong Opinion Sports by telling your friends about the show. My name is Zach Schaumler. Have a great day.